Thank you for viewing this short video of iVault's unique approach to zero trust identity for endpoints such as logins, physical access, IoT, and digital wallets. Zero trust simply means trust nothing and verify everything. iVault believes that cybersecurity's weakest link is who is really at the endpoint. For 30 years, identity has consisted of credentials like your username, your password, maybe two-factor authentication where you get 6 digits that you have to type in to log in, and a variety of other technologies. But because we do not know who is actually at the endpoint, impersonation and fraud are causing billions of dollars to be lost every year to companies and to individuals. Fortunately, there's a paradigm shift that is arriving called zero trust. And zero trust takes into account the fact that we can use human attributes like biometrics at the endpoint to determine the person, the human being, and also the context of the authentication to give even tighter security. And it's interesting to note also that security has moved to the endpoints as the work world has changed. We have more remote workers, we have IoT devices, we have cloud-based assets, we're logging into the cloud, and the perimeters of networks no longer exist. iVault redefines endpoint identity. First of all, we only require one click from the end user, which is much more convenient than entering the 6 digits at a login. And we pass along 5 dimensions of identity back from the end user authentication to the authenticator. On the left-hand side, you see the identity requests. This can come from a variety of sources, including logins and physical access, IoT, and wallets. And we use our own APIs that are secure, and we use a low-code redirect, which makes integration with any application very easy. This is connected to our identity validation platform, which really consists of 2 pieces. One that's under the control of our partners and the service providers, and this consists of risk workflows that are consistent with whatever the risk is. If it's something small versus a very large risk, there are different workflows depending on what you need to capture for the authentication. And then we have the registration information and authentication engine, and this all runs in the cloud on AWS. And then in addition, we have a mobile app that uses our SDK, which allows the user to control information that's captured with respect to biometrics, location, and time. So the user participates in the security of the authentication. So with one click, iVault is able to capture 5 dimensions of identity, which is basically all the data that is possible at the endpoint. This consists of who, which is the biometric ID, what, the trusted device, where was the authentication done, the GPS location, not the IP address, when, the time window, and then the source and the risk. So we're able to take a look at the use case and where this is coming from in order to use that information that comes back to validate the authentication. And once again, trust nothing, verify everything. And in this case, everything at the endpoint are the 5 dimensions of identity. One of our investors wanted us to call this slide a hacker's nightmare. We are asking hackers, or we're challenging hackers, I should say, to fake all 5 dimensions of identity in real time. And these dimensions consist of the registered source. First of all, they don't know what the source ID is. They would have to steal that data. The device ID would have to be stolen, and that's stored in a separate database. Biometrics could be one form of biometrics or multiple forms of biometrics, depending on the risk, as I noted earlier. And then the last 2 dimensions consist of the GPS location. So it could be my favorite coffee shop, and that's it for today. And then also the time window could be from 8 to 12 Mountain Time US. So adding all those things together is very difficult for a hacker to attack my login. iVault, therefore, provides unmatched product leverage. Our platform, we have one platform, a common code base, an authentication engine, and APIs and SDKs. We've been able to create 4 products that cover a lot of use cases, and these include things like one-click, two-factor authentication and SSO, WordPress identity, where we provide a plugin and the ability to use biometrics to reduce password fraud on WordPress, a universal low-code identity, where you can use it with any use case with low-code on the application side, and then on-demand ID, which is basically user location and identity, which goes way beyond just the phone location. And so this has many use cases. And so we've been able to create those pretty much from the code base that we have. And then furthermore, we have the ability to create new products. We can partner with anyone and create branded products, and then integrated solutions is primarily things like vertical market solutions, where we can integrate our technology into the vertical market solution. Thank you so much for your time. Please contact us. We'd love to talk with you about our solutions and how we might fit with the applications you have. Thank you so much.